everybody. My name is Laurie Jones. I am the programs director here at Brave New Films. So I just want to make sure I got this right. It's my fault if I'm sexually assaulted. Is that right? And it's my responsibility to be armed.
Gotta love these leftist regressive twerps. Geez, I remember when feminism was all about empowering women. Not this, whatever this is. Ooh, you're saying I should fight back when someone tries to rape me. You're blaming the victim.
And not my attacker's responsibility not to be an asshole.
No, it is your attacker's responsibility, which means if he does it anyway, it's not anyone's fault but his own if you shoot him in the face. He is the one to blame for this. No one is saying you are, so spare me the fake victim whining. We want you not to be a victim. But then, if you couldn't whine about being a victim about something, you wouldn't have any personality at all, would you?
Did I also get that right?
You've gotten nothing right so far.
Let me clear up just a little bit. A few little statistics here.
Oh, you're gonna try to do statistics! This should be entertaining.
First of all, 9 out of 10 women who are sexually assaulted are assaulted by an intimate partner.
Okay, and that means what? You can't shoot the bastard? Why not?
And also, we know where there are more guns, more women are injured.
That is an absolute lie. There is no statistical data whatsoever to back that up.
For every one woman who is able to defend herself with a gun, there are 83 women who are shot and killed by an intimate partner.
And how many of them couldn't fire back because they listened to some moron like you and hadn't armed themselves? See, what you need to do is compare the results when the woman is armed to the results when she isn't. You haven't even come within driving distance of the ballpark of doing that.
And there is absolutely no study at all that shows that if a woman is armed, she will be more safe.
Oh, really? And you know this how? Your stellar research skills? Sit back, idiot, because it's time for moron school and you're head of the class. In the year 2000, the Department of Justice's Bureau of Justice Statistics released a report called The Sexual Victimization of College Women. They found that victims of completed rape were far less likely to have forcefully resisted than those who only experienced an attempted rape. In fact, 70% of victims of attempted rape used physical violence against their attacker. It worked. By the way, dimwit, this is what it looks like when you're doing statistics. There are generally numbers involved. Another study published in the Journal of Interpersonal Violence found that women using physical force against their attacker suffered no more increased violence or injury as a result. Their attackers did not escalate. In fact, it's very effective at getting them to stop. You see, Laurie, rapists are cowards. They want to find a helpless victim to rape so that it makes them feel big and strong and manly. Show him you're willing and able to fight back, and he'll back off, if not run away like a frightened little mousie. But, let's see, what was that you were saying again?
And there is absolutely no study at all that shows that if a woman is armed, she will be more safe.
Yeah, you're just wrong about that. In fact, I've got another study saying that. A study published in the journal Social Problems found that when a woman uses a gun against a rapist, there's only a 0.09% chance that the rape is completed and a 0.0 chance that she'll be injured. A knife was as effective at preventing the rape, but with a knife, 69.4% of victims ended up being injured. I know which one I'd pick. And maybe, just maybe, if enough women did this, would-be rapists would realize that there's no point in even trying and that they need to go find a puppy to kick or something.
And there is absolutely no study at all that shows that if a woman is armed, she will be more safe.
Man, the fail is just incredible. I had no trouble finding these, even though I hadn't seen any of them before, and I restricted myself only to studies that anyone could access. I didn't want any of that, but it was behind a paywall, that means it's not true! Crap you ignoramuses always resort to when a study shows you to be completely, utterly, and pathetically wrong. And even after restricting myself in that way, it was still easy to find these references. In fact, it all took less than 20 minutes. Yes, in less time than it took you to trowel on that makeup, you could have been actually doing research to find out if what you were saying was actually true, instead of just shooting off your mouth like a smug, spoiled little brat who's used to having everything handed to her. By the way, if I hadn't restricted myself in that way, I could also have pointed to a study in the Journal of Quantitative Criminology that found that women who resist rape with a gun dramatically decrease the probability of the rape being completed, and one from the Journal of Criminal Justice, which found that armed women were 2.5 times more likely to escape uninjured than those who resisted by any other means. And yet, you're willing to open your mouth and tell outright lies to stop women from having the single best means of defending themselves from an attacker while you bat those little eyelids and superciliously spew your contemptible victim narrative. It really seems like you don't want to empower women. It's almost like you want women to continue to be victims so you can continue to have your narrative to push. You make me sick. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, why not hit like and subscribe? And to make sure I can keep producing content, support this channel by becoming a patron. And check out all the other great content here, like this video selected especially for you.